All right, so Coinbase was up 3.59%. Coinbase is an exchange for cryptocurrencies, and there's a lot of things that were, when I started investing in them, which was roughly about 2 years ago, it was quite a risky proposition. Was their business going to work out, and how big were they going to be, and so forth. A lot of things have played out well for Coinbase. I like a lot of things that have happened. Market cap's gone up really nice. In the 1 year, it's up 48%. It's really gone up nicely over the last 2 years. Revenue, they're up to $5 billion in revenue. Earnings per share, their P is a little high, 46 is a little high. And they really have a lot of volatility. Beta, 3.57. That's a lot of volatility. And analysts still think it's a little bit discounted, which is interesting. So we've got a stock that has been going up for the last 12 months, had a good day today. I do like that the Coinbase continues to grow volumes as well as the types of products they're selling, some of the partnerships they have. For example, now that bigger institutions are wanting to put Bitcoin ETFs together or selling Bitcoin directly on their brokerages, they're using Coinbase as a partner to actually execute those trades. And that's a lot of institutional volumes for Coinbase. So that's a new business category for them. So that should really do well for them. And I really like that as a new revenue stream for Coinbase. So they're growing at 90% if we look at the trailing 12 months, which is great growth. So that PE at 46 doesn't look as crazy when you have nice growth. Now there is instability in those growth rates. You can see that they were growing a lot. Bitcoin had a sell-off, pullback back in 2022 along with stocks, and you saw revenues really come down. But now that Bitcoin's really going up in stock price, man, you can see their revenue really growing, which is great. They are profitable and they do provide free cash flow. Now, for a newer company, they're newer, to have free cash flows is quite impressive. For a new company that's creating a brand new category, to have free cash flow, you better believe that's really special. So I take those free cash flows and I'll show you the valuation that I have for Coinbase in a bit. So those are the things that drove me to buy into Coinbase, as I saw the free cash flow coming into the picture of this new company. And it really made me believe in the company, and I'm glad I invested. So they have very good margins of 85% gross margins, excellent gross margins. That's like a software company. So it looks awesome. Good free cash flow, growing top line revenues, growing in the number of products they sell. All of those things look good, and they have very good gross margins. Analysts really focus on the earnings per share side of their performance. And earnings per share for fiscal year 2025, it's expected to be $4.37. It is a little bit of a pullback, but I'm expecting they're going to outperform that number. Just a lot of things are going Bitcoin's way. The price continues to go up because we have a lot of things that are helping Bitcoin. First and foremost is the government. Elected officials really like Bitcoin in the White House, the Senate, and the House. And I think it's really going to let Bitcoin run going forward, which will be really interesting to track. But I think they're probably, Coinbase is probably going to surprise to the upside, probably going to have favorable surprises in 2025. So that looks really good. All right. So that's what analysts think. It's a little bit discounted. Had a very good day. Good to see Coinbase do that well. Let me show you what I've got on my valuation of Coinbase. So I think at this point, Coinbase is discounted by 10%. I've put together a free cash flow forecast that I expect free cash flows on Coinbase. I'm growing them at 25%. They're growing revenues at 90%. They have more products. They have great margins at 85% gross margins, really good gross margins. So this is, if anything, could be a little bit of a conservative forecast that I'm putting together, but that's fine. Their free cash flow really drives a good valuation, and the stock is discounted by 23% if I look at free cash. If I look at their earnings per share, I don't think the earnings per share could support the stock price number. So it's a little bit priced at a premium. But if they outperform that number, I think they will be just fine. I think the stock will continue to rally. So a 10% discount available on a really special company, the leader as a cryptocurrency exchange. I mean, that's phenomenal. And I'm good having the leader in the space, just doing great. And that is Coinbase. I'm glad that I had it. It helped me operate in the green for day one. It's only one day, but I was in the green today, which is good. The rest of the market was in the red. And thanks to Coinbase, among other stocks.